Alright, hey, welcome back to the, I was about to say Spiral, god dang it.
Crash Team Racing.
Crash Team Racing, Nitro-Fueled?
Fueled.
Nitro-Fueled.
Yeah, Nitro-Fueled.
Yeah. Okay, so there's no blue thing on the mini-map so far, though, but there is this green thing which I'm intrigued by, so I'm assuming there is something over here. Or, wait, no, that might be...
Yeah,
This is the load save screen.
Oh, hey, they...
Oh
yeah, they change, the maps depending on what character you play as.
Go to one of these screens.
Yep.
To
Indicates
access
what
it,
side
drive
you're
up
on.
To the screen and follow the directions.
Anyway, yes, the green dot you just ran into is the load save screen.
Load save screen. Oh, yeah, it's probably
Pretty
best
much
to save the game, actually, huh?
Exactly what it says on the tin.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd think this would be a thing of the past because, you know, auto-saving is a thing now.
Yeah, but no, we require saves, which is a good thing because in case we forget, that might be a bad thing. Let's see, I'm not seeing anything that's like
good idea.
blue, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can't. And
alright, yeah, we can't enter through any of these yet. So what we will have to do is, I'm guessing, go from here or to the other side of that arrow as well. Oh, whoa, everything's yellow.
I think that's pretty much where we came back in from.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we're heading back to the first part of the hub. We were heading the right way.
huh. Yeah, everything's all yellow now, so I'm assuming this might be a different game or something. Huh. Okay, CTR challenges and relic races.
Alright, here's how it works. You have to play each track at least 3 times if you want everything the track has to offer. The trophies are pretty much finishing the race. CTR challenges, you have to find letters scattered all over the track. And relic races, if you remember anything from the Insane trilogy, that's pretty much what you're in for.
Okay.
Yep, relic races are still a thing.
I see. And CTR challenges. This one I don't think I've actually tried before.
May as well give it a shot.
Alright.
Basically what you do is there are letters surrounding the track. You have to find all 3 letters and win the race.
Oh, and oh god, okay.
Some letters are hard
So it's
to
like a
find.
scavenger hunt, except you're on a time limit as well.
You have to find right.
CTR tokens. Alright then.
They say some letters are hard to find. I wouldn't say that's literally the case. Like, you will have to read some shortcuts in order to get certain letters. But as long as you're paying attention to where they are,
Alright.
that's really all you need to take into account.
Alright then. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the KONG find when you play Donkey Kong Country. So
Yep.
this shouldn't be any
Again, they
different.
took notes from Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of like those coin challenges the boss gives you.
Oh yeah. Alright. I'll try to be on the lookout for them if I can. If shortcuts are a key, then maybe there's something up here. Nope. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Oh, I was on the right track?
Yeah, you'd have to reach the shortcut to find that one letter. Only you would have to turn right.
Found C.
Well, yeah, there's the C.
Alright. Now I need to find everything else. B and R, where are you? Oh, ooh, hello. Found you.
Okay.
Found the R, now I just need to find the T somewhere.
Yeah, you have to take the shortcut and make a right turn.
I see. And that's all
Yeah,
of
it's
them.
up there.
Yeah, you have
There
to
you
like,
go, that's it.
that's to kind of
Now all
explore
you have
like,
to do is win this thing.
alright. Yeah, you kind of have to explore like quite a ways in order to find these tokens. Or at least judging from the first
Yeah, they
level
do encourage
so
you
far.
to explore the track.
But yeah.
Help you get used to all the shortcuts and such.
Alright, Who's in front of me? Engine? Alright, I need to get you. Alright. So far so good. We're in first. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, no one's behind us. I think we got this. Sweet.
Alright, cool.
That's the CTR tokens. And there's
Yep.
there's one for every level.
Yeah, there's one for every track. Same
Oh,
with all
man.
the relic races.
Alright. Well, while we're at it,
You
might as well
need all the
do
token-
one of the relic races as well.
Yeah, you need all the tokens, all the relics, and all the gems later on in order to complete the game 100%.
Jeez, there's a lot to do in this game.
Yeah, the gems you earn by gathering all the tokens, and once you get a certain amount, all those tokens will open up a gem race.
Mhm.
You're gonna encounter these later on, though,
Alright. Keep that in
so it's
mind.
best to gather as many as you can.
Okay then.
Yes, Engine's eye can pop out like that at will.
That is, well, let's eat 10 for a reason, I guess.
Wumpa fruits, you'll be juiced up and your power up will become more potent.
Isn't we or is Uka-Uka's voice different?
Yeah, I don't know what went wrong here. He sounded just fine in the Insane trilogy.
Is it the same voice actor or is it different?
Yeah, it's the same guy, John
Really?
DiMaggio.
Huh. Yeah, he sounds a lot... I don't want to sound racist, but he sounds a lot more black in this one.
I don't know.
Or at least
it
like
just sounds
a
he's
Euro,
trying way
like an
too hard.
ebony accent or some sort. Kind of like a smooth jazz talker in a way.
Yep, I think Cat Icarus said something like that.
Did he?
Get the lowest time you can.
Yep,
by
compared
racing
Uka-Uka
fast
to
and
a
breaking
sexy
time
jazz
crates.
musician.
Each time crate you break will freeze the clock.
Yeah,
His
there's
words,
definitely a
not
hint of
mine.
Louis Armstrong
Low
in that
enough
voice.
time, you will be rewarded a relic.
Maybe that was the motive he was taking.
That might be the case.
Because I remember in the original game he sounded a bit off-putting too, so maybe they did that as a bit of a joke or something?
It's possible.
I don't know, they're going by
If I
the
remember
numbers.
correctly, he just sounded a little bit menacing, maybe a tiny bit goofy in a way as well.
Yeah, kinda. He didn't have the ominous voice effects going for him in the original game.
Alright,
This also applies to Wrath of Cortex as well, and even Twin Sandy.
I see. Oh, okay, I see what.
Yep.
Oh, there was one under. Oh man.
Now you know how these relic races work.
I see.
Gotta gather all the boxes or as many as you can.
Oh boy, okay. Oh man, there's
I
also
was
someone
lucky to
top
come
there
out.
too.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was lucky to come out all these relic races with all gold relics, save for 2.
Oh man.
Yep, the gold relics are the best possible time.
Oh, relics, alright.
The blue, the sapphire you're seeing is the average amount of time you could get.
Oh, okay.
Gold is the best time. Platinum is like God tier. You have to be the absolute best of this game if you're ever gonna get a platinum relic.
Man. I already messed up.
Typical
I think I
Crash
messed up the
formula right
box.
here.
I'm not sure if I could get it back after this race. I imagine
Well, it all
this
boils down to
this one might actually be harder to
Yeah, it'll-
like try and get compared to like.
platinum.
Oh, all right, yeah, I already failed at that one. So I'm gonna miss one box at the very least.
Yeah, personally speaking, I prefer going for relics in racing games more so than the standard platformer.
Really?
Either way, it's challenging as all. But here it just feels like it was made for this game.
Alright. Oh, I got a gold.
Alright, that works.
Alright, and you only need to get a gold in order to,
Get the best possible ending.
Okay.
Because if you obtain all the gold relics, that counts as 101%.
Oh god, and they're going above the 100% threshold again, huh?
Yeah, they did this for Crash 3.
Alright.
You get all the best relics, you get 105%.
Okay. Alright, I'm starting to get the idea.
Alrighty then. Not sure if you're up for taking all the tracks later on.
I do imagine it might be a little bit repetitive to play like every single track over and over again. For
Right.
now...
And it does feel that way. To an extent.
Yeah.
To get around a tight turn or to face a direction quickly, use the brake slide by pressing and holding the brake button.
This is a white
while
voice
turning
actor, isn't
hard.
it?
DiMaggio, yeah, I think so. He is.
He kind of does sound like a convincing black man, I will say.
I wouldn't disagree necessarily.
Kind of reminds me of like a video game donkey. You know
I
him?
think from here we could just carry on to that to the
Uh,
passageway we entered when we just got the key.
okay.
We were going through Gemstone Valley. We'll worry about all this later time.
All right. Over there. Wait, oh, did I go the wrong way?
That's Ripperoo's challenge. You don't want to go there again.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hopefully I can
Yeah,
exit.
exit right out.
All right. As soon as this long loading screen finishes.
Yeah, you want to head for where the key opened up the door.
All right. Where the
We
key
were
opened up
heading
the
the right
door.
way.
Got it.
You couldn't enter the Oxide Gate. There was this one gate you skipped.
Mm.
We'd need to backtrack.
All right. Exit to map. Here we go.
Yeah.
You can press the A button when a bowling bomb is rolling to make it explode on the spot. Oh, really? Huh. So, like, if it passes an
that's how
enemy,
it
you can
works,
still
apparently.
detonate it by pressing the A button, and the blast radius will affect them instead.
Yeah, you can either throw the bomb and just let it explode upon whatever it hits, or just set it off whenever you like.
Hmm.
Which kind of throws me off at this time, because I forget that's even set in place. I mean, I'm
Alright.
just throwing bombs at will, not knowing I could set it off whenever. Messes me up quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay, is this it? What we need?
Yeah, we're heading the right way.
Okay, alright. Yeah, those things we have yet to unlock, but like once we get all the necessary components, then we can play them.
Yep. Yep, that's why you're gonna need to be gathering as many relics as you can.
Mm. Okay, I'm starting to see two that we could do.
Yep. This is our next location.
Coco Park. This is also a very popular one according to the online plays.
Yep. Not to sound biased as all, but this is perhaps the best track you want to practice your power sliding skills on.
Yeah, considering how the highway is massive, it's very easy to try and practice that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that Coco Park is kind of like the equivalent of Mario Circuit in the Mario Kart series. Am I correct, or...?
I'd say so.
Yeah, like not just like from the layout, but also like aesthetically and difficulty-wise as well, since this is also one of the beginner-friendly tracks.
Yep. I would definitely say that. Not to mention, this time we have all those statues of Coco just laying all over the place.
Yeah, there's one right there.
Yep. Yeah, you can clearly tell which track they were mostly proud of.
Yeah.
I mean, if this track was featured in the game's opening sequence, that right there should tell you something.
Yeah.
Not that I blame them by any means. They did a stellar job here.
Right. Got the blue shield, so in case there's any blue shells, I'm able to counteract it. What's it actually called again?
The time warp.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
It sounds like the
Time
item for
warp or warp
the clock, though. I'm talking about the one that basically acts like a blue shell.
Yep, the blue shell in this game is the warp ball.
The warp ball. Alright. Oh, whoa! Okay,
Yeah,
that was
immediately
really
goes
close.
for the player in first.
I'm not sure if you noticed what happened, but like the time attack actually happened as soon as my shield starts to dissipate. So I got really lucky there.
Yep.
Of course, now that
Yep, if you have a shield in place, that automatically blocks off the block effect as well.
So are all the items from CTR all like? I'm sorry, all the items from the remake is also in the CTR version as well.
Yep, they are.
Okay,
They brought
so, like-
everything forward here.
So in a way, Crash Bandicoot had like an anti-blue shell mechanic before Mario Kart did.
The only real difference is that in Nitro Kart, it had its own set of items that we don't see here for some reason.
Oh.
But I'd argue the fact that they were trying to keep it as close to the original game as possible. And in their favor, that worked out really well.
Definitely. I've heard a lot of people say it's
The
very
only
faithful.
Nitro Kart item we do get here is the Velo mask. If you're playing as, say, Nash, Krunk, or the real Velo, instead of just getting Uka-Uka, as of this most recent patch, they added a Velo mask straight out of Nitro Kart.
Huh, that's interesting. What character is that again?
Yeah, this was the mask you would see if you were playing as Polar or Dingodile. Pretty much anyone on Team Trance or Team Oxide.
I see. So, if I want to make an assumption, there's a third mask that we could actually see if we play as those characters.
Congratulations! You
Pretty much, we have Aku masks, Uka masks, and Velo masks.
You can get hang time turbo from jumping. The longer you're in the air, the bigger the boost you'll
I
get.
do like
when
the
you land.
variety in
For a
Yeah.
bigger boost,
Yeah,
get
for
extra
sure.
air by hopping off jumps using the hop button.
The only funny thing about this, though, is that I don't know if you ever noticed this while playing as Penna Penguin, but it kind of works both ways. You'll get either Uka-Uka or Aku-Aku aiding him almost at random.
To my knowledge, and this is just judging...
Sorry.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, that pretty much makes Penta the true neutral of the entire game. and I want to say it's intentional because if you pay attention to how his animations turn out, he's cutesy and lovable in 1 minute and just mischievous the other.
And to my knowledge, I think the reason why, and this is judging from, I believe, Did You Know Gaming's video, once again, they didn't really program too much about Penta Penguin, so that's why, like, in the original, he had Uka-Uka mask.
Right, there is a glitch. I don't know if I'd call this a glitch, but it's this little technical issue where he would get it would get Uka-Uka as the icon, but instead it would summon Aku-Aku.
Oh.
And I think they translated that into the random-based mask he gets.
Yeah, this game is definitely a huge love letter to Crash fans for sure.
Yep. Making this the definitive Crash experience for everyone. Provided, of course, you're familiar with everything it's throwing at you.
Yeah. What was this place called again? Temple, a Tiny's Temple, or
Tiger Temple?
Tiger Temple.
Right. Think of Kura. This would be his home track.
Ooh, okay. Alright, there is a shortcut here from what I remember, but that requires either a bomb or a missile.
Yep, you'd have to throw a specific item at that one gate to open it up.
Yeah. And inside hoards a lot of Wumpa fruits.
So if you get like a rocket, a missile, or a beaker, just throw it dead center.
Alright.
Yeah, that missile, you could have held on to that and...
Yeah, I was more focusing on maintaining first place.
Alright, it's fine.
Considering I'm close to it though, maybe I could save this missile for the shortcut then.
Yep, just wait till you come across that yellow gate and fire away.
Alright. Okay, here we go. Perfect.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a gigantic shortcut for sure, too.
Yep.
And I don't think you can get missiles or bombs, or at least it's very rare for you to get missiles and bombs in first place.
Yeah, when you're in first, it throws more of the defensive stuff at you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting beakers right now, so... Unfortunately, we can't, like, spam the shortcut at all like that if you're in first place, so this is only for those who are trying to catch up.
Right. Unless you know exactly how the track works and you're just cutting corners at every opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I say as I slowly raise my white flag, if I had one. Yes, I've been playing this game far more than I want to admit.
Yeah, you definitely showed me your progress so far.
Yeah, not to mention I've been preparing for this game far in advance. Been going through all the racing games as much as I could. So I know all the ins and outs of everything they're throwing at me. Which pretty much translated very well in terms of all the CTR tracks. The Nitro Kart tracks have been tweaked around a bit, so all the anti-gravity stuff you remember from the game is no longer there in favor of the original game's mechanics.
Oh. So in a way, it's kind of like a remake, but more of a recreation at the same time.
Yep, it's a pretty much a remake deluxe edition.
Alright, so where's this mime from? Because I don't remember him at all.
I think, yeah, this would be the third guy you would come up against in Nitro Kart.
Congratulations.
Yeah. You ever notice why they call Small Norm and Big Norm?
Yeah, I know. I remember there was like a big version of him
character
as
in
well.
one.
Hold on, do I have him? I don't, but he's somewhere here, I remember. There he is.
Yeah. They're both the same character, but Small Norm can shapeshift and split into both halves.
Yeah, so the characters I'm going to be unfamiliar with are definitely the Nitro Kart characters.
Right, since you've a bit more history with that game. I get ya.
Mm-hmm. You could throw a beaker
This guy
forward.
you would unlock after clearing a certain gem cup.
Mm. I found the beaker to be very, very similar to the banana peel.
Yeah, it plays similarly to that.
Yeah, you could throw it forward and then it goes in an arcing motion, or you could place it behind you. The only thing you can't do is like hold it behind you like Mario Kart, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, you can't hold on to the items. What sets this apart from Mario Kart is, of course, CTR is more skill-based than anything.
Definitely. You gotta
really
require...
depends on how...
You require a lot of skill
really
in order to play through this game.
how fast you're going. Right.
Oh, I see that the CPUs could, like, choose different costumes, even the ones you didn't unlock yet.
Yeah, I appreciate that extra touch, that everything in this game is all randomized, so you're not facing the same thing each and every time.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing the classic mode.
Dang.
Then everyone's just playing in their standard go-karts.
Yeah. Alright, there's one shortcut I remember. Oh god, hello,
Okay.
Piranha Plant.
Whoa!
I did not see that. Oh
Yep.
no, I'm failing now.
They'll shoot you up if you aren't careful.
Ah, here's the mask that you were referring to again.
Yep, that's the Velo mask.
Huh, twice in a row. Three times in a row. Oh man, this shortcut is like hard for me to try out. It's gonna be very difficult for me to
I could
catch up if I
definitely
can.
make all these shortcuts no problem.
Yeah.
Yep, I've been training myself to know all these tracks inside and out.
Yeah. Whoa, I'm in second place all of a sudden.
Whoa, hello.
How did that happen? Oh man, very offensive right now. Alright.
Not to mention there's a very risky jump near the final lap, I'm sure. Near the end of the track, I'm sure you've seen people do online, where they skip an entire row of plants.
Skip an entire row of plants?
You're coming up to it.
Oh.
Right, if you were
Whoa, that was
playing this
close.
track online with
Oh,
everybody,
oh,
I'm
come
sure-
on. Like, I got the shortcut and then someone decided to missile me in the last minute. Alright, this might be a redo. I'm also not familiar with this character either, so that could be it as well.
Yeah, this would be, yeah, right? Yeah, this would be the end section of the track I was speaking of. You would have to make a certain jump in order to skip those plants, and you'd be able to reach the finish line much easier.
I see.
I'm sure if you were racing against people online, you would have seen many people like doing this sort of jump. Like, it's risky, but with enough practice, it's very doable.
I imagine so.
Right now, I'd say just focus on playing the track normally.
Alright. Yeah, like, I don't think I have to worry about shortcuts unless the CPU's on hard mode, so... Oh, maybe this might make it easier.
Or if you're playing with or if the character you're playing with is either intermediate or has good acceleration.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this will work. These kind of jumps will work out so well for beginner characters.
Yeah.
Yes, Sam has very good handling, but very, very low speed.
Yeah. Oh, why'd Could give me the speed one in this turn. Right, so I guess it could make it easier for me to do the shortcut again. That's the only way I've been consistently getting the shortcut, is if I have a speed boost.
Yeah, that definitely helps you out. And if you're gonna be making these...
No, come on! Are you serious?
Aww.
That was the worst. That's another bad timing on my part.
Oh man.
Who keeps shooting these missiles?
I'd probably skip all these shortcuts for now. Just focus on winning from here.
Alright. Third place, I gotta start focusing this time. Can you not, game? Is everyone just against me?
Oh, come on!
It's like everyone's out to get me.
This is exactly what online is like.
Except I'm getting gang raped by, like, CPUs.
And note, we're playing on medium difficulty.
I know. Cortex, how are you hoarding those missiles? Because you've been shooting at me, like, forever now.
Right,
I just want to get enforced, and Cortex is preventing me from doing so.
I believe you have been had.
Alright, 3 missiles. This could be good. Here, I'm just gonna spam it all on this guy. There we go. Okay, wait. No! Are you serious? What? Wait. Did that count? Did that count? Does that count?
Did it?
Crash and I literally went at the exact time.
Yep, that's a tie.
That's a tie. So, but does it count as a win? That's the thing. Okay, I think it does. Oh my god. Wait, does it? I can't tell. It's telling me to retry again.
Rarely do I ever see that happen.
It's telling me to retry. What? Hold on, I'm gonna back out and see if I got the trophy or not. Because if a tie does not count for a trophy, then oh my god.
Yep, you were placed right below him, so I don't know if it counts automatically.
Oh, that is so dumb if it doesn't count. Like, I even got the skin for, like, winning as well, so, like, it registers that as a win, but does it register in story mode?
I wouldn't know.
Do they not have 2 gold trophies prepared in this situation? Oh no, I did not get the trophy. Wow!
Well, we are
my
definitely
god.
going back in there at least one more time. Let's pick a better character first off, though.
What?
Let's make sure we... skip it. You're already going into this anyhow.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the trophy, like, spinning, so we definitely did not get the trophy, despite technically winning the race.
Yep, that was a draw.
It's so weird, too, like, when I saw Crash, I hit him with a missile, but, like, somehow he, like, super sped up as soon as I got to him or something, so, like... Can you, like, boost after getting hit, or what?
I don't think that's how it works.
So was it just, like, the AI hacking again?
Or maybe they had an item held on to them.
Oh, that might be.
You never know how it works playing against computer players.
Yeah, they might actually have a speed... Crash might have had a speed boost at that time as well. Oh, I'm pissed.
Christ.
This is probably the most salty I've ever gotten in this game. Like, if it was on...
Because this is...
If it was online mode, it would count as a win.
Yeah, pretty fitting too, because this is pretty much the next boss track.
Alright, well, at least I'm getting some good practice in this then.
Yeah, once we finish up the next bubble tracks, yep, we're going to be heading back here to face the next character to unlock.
Alright. Ooh, that was close.
It's like I knew things would be getting tense at some point.
Whoa, that bomb got me.
I was anticipating it.
Alright, I'm in first. Let's see if I could still stay like that.
Alright, let's keep a good lead here.
Yeah. Coco, Coco, no, don't you dare. Okay. I'm gonna have to catch up to her then.
Okay.
Oh, that was a crate. That was a Wampa crate. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Coco's still in front of me.
Okay.
Okay. We're neck and neck.
All down to one lap.
Yeah. Nice snipe. Nope. Okay. Oh, who's shooting a missile on me now? Oh, okay. The missile's gone.
Yep. If a missile hits a wall, that automatically blocks it off.
All right. That's good.
You're safe.
No, I'm not gonna risk it. We're really close together. Okay, this might help me a little bit.
Okay.
Please be this time.
Alright,
there we go. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Suck on that crash.
At some point we'd find the track that keep us. This is just the icing on the cake, my friend.
Yeah. Oh. Alright, well, that track is done with. I'm gonna switch to a different character because I don't think this guy's my type at all.
Yeah, beginner characters are not the most recommended.
Hmm. Well, they're recommended for beginners. That's why they're called beginner characters to begin with.
Right. They start you off nice and easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all good and fine.
Oof.
But if you're playing competitively online, unless you know exactly how they work, yeah, good luck.
Alright, there's the well-deserved trophy that I should have gotten last race. Yeah, judging from this guy's personality, I was kind of assuming that he's going to eat the trophy.
Congratulations! You win a trophy.
Yep. This is pretty much your generic space dog.
Alright. Oh, right. I need to switch characters just in case. Sure, why not? Get some female representation there.
To open this door, you must come in first place in all 4 races of this area.
Alright. Okay, I got that.
How are you liking her new voice for the record?
Oh, what?
Tana's voice. How are you liking her portrayal here?
It's good.
Alright.
Like, I think it fits her personality very well.
Yep. Really makes her stand out a bit more than just being the typical damsel in distress.
Yeah. That being said, I do kind of have a fondness for the other trophy girls.
Not that I blame you, man.
Yeah. I think my favorite has to
Amy
be either
will always be
Megumi
best girl.
or Isabelle.
Yep. Isabella would be my close second.
Yeah.
They've done so much justice to these gals.
Yeah.
Imagine what it's gonna be like seeing Baby T coming back.
Yeah, I want to get into that actually a little bit because, like, I remember looking up footage of the trophy girls in the first Crash game. They had gigantic eyes.
Yep.
And I don't know if, like, that was something that, like, kids liked back then or anything, though, but nowadays it kind of looked creepy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think giving them a little more of a cartoony aspect rather than anime aspect was probably an improvement.
Yep.
Man, how long we have improved since 1997 was this game released?
99.
1999.
Yeah, 96 was Crash 1. Then from there it was yearly releases. Crash 2 was 97, Crash 3 was 98, and then Crash Team Racing was 1999.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, that's good. That's fine.
Alright.
Yeah, I got a shield, but then I accidentally hit someone, and a missile was about to come after me, but thankfully it seems to disappear on a wall or hit someone else instead.
Alright.
Is she a beginner-friendly character as well, or is she like intermediate?
She's an accelerator. Oh, I was just about to say she was an accelerator.
Oh.
So she's pretty much up there with Coco and Megumi.
Okay. Whoa, that missile.
Oh, hello.
Alright, so far so good.
Oh, really?
So far still so... No, never mind. Okay, Tiny, come back here. How'd I miss that box?
Coming through.
Whoa! Did you just see that?
Oh!
I just jumped over the bomb.
Wow!
That was a very close
Lucked
save.
out big time, man. Close call right there.
Oh yeah. Behind me? Behind me still? Oh, okay. Another TNT. Alright. Which I don't think we need because we finished.
Better luck next time.
Cool.
Awesome.
This really has me wondering how the Spyro Grand Prix is gonna turn out this September.
Oh man, I can't wait for that.
Because they were off to a great start here, bringing in Tawna and the Nitro Squad.
Yeah.
Next month is gonna be more cutesy, but it's September where I'm really hyped for the most. All we know is that it's called Spyro and Friends.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's going to include we don't know who exactly is going to be participating in this alongside Spyro. I've heard hearsay that they're going to include some minor characters and maybe some villains here and there. Which I kind of see working because, you know, if Crash is going to be racing against all the baddies he's faced, it makes sense for them to do the same as Spyro. And if the general rule of thumb is five new characters every Grand Prix, then it would kind of make sense to see something like Spyro, Ripto, Nasty Nork, the Sorceress, and whatever other Spyro character here. Let's say Hunter, for example. Up, here's the next guy.
Oh, poor subjects. That guy had it worse.
Yep. Remember this guy from Crash 1? How incredibly pissed easy he was despite having like 5 hits?
Is he the opposite in this one?
If he's the second guy we're up against, I'd say so.
Oh. Yeah, I remember him being like relatively easy. Just jump on him like 3 times and you win.
I wouldn't say it works that way. We still have to race him like we did Ripperoo.
Yeah. Wonder what his specialty is gonna be.
Beakers.
Beakers. Huh.
And he's gonna be throwing both green and red.
Green and red. That doesn't seem like a Papu thing, but alright. That seems more like an embryo type of thing.
I don't think so. Seems more like a tribal kind of guy.
Yeah, but using beakers? I don't know. Like I said, I feel like that might be more like embryos like thing because he's like a chemist. But
now
no,
that
whatever.
you mentioned it, I hope a future Grand Prix brings him into the races at some point. If we're gonna have Cortex and his lackeys such as Engine and Entropy, we gotta have Rio at some point.
Yeah, I was a little bit miffed as to why he wasn't even in the base game to begin with. Like, he's like one of the first baddies.
And not to mention he was there during Crash 2 as well. So I don't get what this is all about.
Coming at you full speed.
Seems like a pretty weird omission now that we're even talking about it.
Yeah. It's like having a Marvel vs. Capcom character without Mega Man. Oh, wait.
Well, if Beanox is hearing the demands of the fans and bringing Tawna in, then I suppose anything is possible now.
Yeah, because I think, like, at first, like, people were complaining that the trophy girls were not included, and then they were like, oh, that's because they're playable characters now, and here we are.
Yeah, people were under the assumption that since they were there from the beginning, whenever you get a trophy, the fact that they're not here now, exactly, kind of threw everyone off until they learned the Grand Prix is being a thing.
Where is he? Oh, whoa, he's still behind me. Okay.
Meanwhile, during all this craziness, I was just sitting here thinking they have to be revealing them at some point. Yeah, I thought initially they would just include them as some kind of side attraction for a specific level or something, which they did. If you go to Slide Coliseum, you'll see holograms of them dancing all about. Which I find kind of funny, since we have them as playable characters now, and those holograms were just like a sneak preview. Oh, I hope that doesn't throw us off.
That was close.
Alright.
Like, if I, like, didn't recover enough, then I might have actually lost that race.
Okay.
Alright.
Papu not himself today. Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast. You are fast for being so small.
Yep, they're really heading there.
There's a donut in his key.
Oxide much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more grumpy.
Alright. How many worlds are there in total?
4.
4. Oh, so we're pretty much close. Aside from like all the extra content, like the CTR tokens and all that.
Yep, if you're ignoring all that, then the road to Oxide is pretty much a straight and narrow path. Which we will have to carry on with next time.
Yep, just make sure I save before I forget.
Yep, we're making pretty good time here, all things considered.
Yeah, like this is probably already the second part of the playthrough, and we're already halfway there.
Uh-huh. Pretty much how it works for every Crash game.
And we got Papu Papu. And the color yellow.
Every time you beat a boss, you get him straight out of the gate.
Sweet. Alright, so is it the green thing that you save at, or?
Yeah. Yep. The green indicates you have to go to save a game.
I just went inside that by accident.
Okay, let's not do that again.
Yeah, that's a bad habit that I gotta stop like doing. Especially on the Switch version, considering the loading screens. At least we get to read these tips.
They do take a while compared to other versions.
Yeah. You can reach a higher speed by chaining up to 3 turbo boost while power sliding. Use the turbo gauge to perfect your timing.
Or, you know, the nitro wheels.
That too, yeah. Alright.
Yep, let's get out of Dodge.
Missile denied. To deny a tracking missile, drop a beaker or a TNT crate just as the missile is about to hit you. Although I'm pretty sure there's plenty of ways to avoid a missile as well, like jumping over it or have the missile hit a wall. Although I imagine those are a little bit more situational compared to just the beaker and TNT.
Yep.
Alright. It's a little bit farther away, but that's fine. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong green thing, that's why I was a little confused.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right, here we go.
Yeah, if you're looking at the map and you see it has a green check mark, that means you pretty much cleared it all.
Alright. Well, until then, this is the Basinger.
and MiscDan64.
We're signing out. Thanks for watching.
See you next week.